Hello again, metalheads. I haven't been out detecting for a few weeks now. Ran out of permissions, absolutely hammered everything. But this morning I remembered I've got this. Little bit of pasture here, little paddock, about 2 acres. Couldn't get on here last year because it needed mowing, but it's had the mow on it this year. We've had a few little scrappy finds, but just down here, in that little hole down there, I've got my first decent find. Let's have a look. I'm out with the 400i this time. I want to punch deep, so have a look in there. First decent find of the field. There's a whacking great cartwheel hitting in at a 94 signal. Let's get the old Suffolk squirter out, give this a clean up. How cool is that? Well, there's some pretty thick gunge on that, but we make the writing out on there. King George III, facing to the right. 1797, these are all dated, although some were made in 1798. There's Britannia on the reverse. Oh, I know for a fact, when I start lathering that with the pink stuff back home, that is going to come up an absolute treat. Well, what a return to the fields. Smashing a cartwheel. Now we're away and rocking, look. Little lead bag seal here. Plough on that side. Ryland on there. Now that's a family name of the people that own these couple of villages. Excellent, the finds are coming up. It's been an awfully quiet start. I've gridded all that from the hedgerow over to here to only start finding a couple of bits now, but it's worth persevering. Fucking-veering. Our field's very, very quiet, metalheads. There's not much in here, but when you find something, it's turning out to be quite cool. That little watch winder, look. Well, not quite so little. Quite a fair size of a watch winder. Yep, I'm happy with that. That's history. We're on to the second button of the hunt. I don't show the boring plain ones, but hey ho, when it's a military button like that, cannon on it and a crown above, so artillery. Yep, those are the buttons you want to find, and those are the only buttons I'm going to show. On to a lead item now, which I'm assuming is a spindle whorl. Hole all the way through it, but it's very uniform and regular compared to the ones that I've found in the past. But what else could it be? Spindle whorl. That'll do. Got quite a chunky piece of bronze here. I reckon that's probably a part of a pot leg. Where my index finger here is, perhaps that's the curvature of the bowl, and then this is the leg coming down towards my thumb. Possibly some age to that. Here we go with another bag seal. Carters. Where are Carters from? London. What the carters do? I ain't got a clue. But we got one of them. And led yet again. This time, tiny little pistol shot. Which would still do a lot of damage if it hit you, of course. I am really struggling up that top end of the field. The old farm boy next door, he's got a high tensile electric fence, zapping away with electricity, ping, ping, ping. Playing havoc with the detector it is. So, I'm sticking down this bottom end of the field. Got myself a little find here. Nothing spectacular, only a spoon handle. God, I wish I could get further up there. I can only do half of this field. So frustrating. We've got a livery button up this time, and this is a new one to me. There's a face on that looking back at me, I'm sure. Face, neck, shoulders. Bit of an hat or something going on his head. As buttons go, that's pretty funky. I've never seen one like that. I'll take that any day. We've got a chance of a live reveal on this one, metalheads. Flip the clod. I think we might have a coin. We do have a coin. A very manky coin. Let me pause that and get the old Suffolk squirter out on it. Well, that's the best that's coming up. It's a Victoria. Date on the bottom 1900. Not that you're going to particularly see it, but that's going to be the widow head veiled version of the Victorian coins. Time and soil has not treated that coin very well at all. Still, I've got a coin. 2 coins on the bounce, look. A little bit older this time. Facing the left, George the IV. Now he don't come up very often, because his reign wasn't too long. 1820 to 1830. Stand a chance of cleaning that up a bit. It's a nasty sort of crease line across his chin and his neck, but I reckon the pink stuff might do a bit of justice to that. Certainly tidy it up a bit. I'm happy with that. We're back home with the fines boards, metalheads. Let's have a round up. It wasn't the most packed of fields, but there's still a few quite nice pieces that have come up. So, from the top, a couple of standard issue buttons, piece of a pot leg, spoon handle, little bent and buckled watch winder, some cool lead items, a couple of bag seals, and a spindle wall. A couple of really cool buttons, military, artillery. And this livery button, never had one like this before. We've given it a bit of clean up, so you can see there's definitely a person looking at us there. And down to a couple of coins. Very worn Victoria. And this George the IV halfpenny. He just doesn't come up very often because of his such a short reign. So quite happy with the way that cleaned up. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you might notice there's something missing. That cartwheel penny. Well, it's no longer mine. That's winging its way to the colonies, out to America. I cleaned it up and I gave it away as a spot duck race prize with marlon and tripwire on the ELS. But before it went, I took a couple of shots of it before and after cleaning, so I'll stitch them on at the bottom of the video. That pretty much wraps that little field up. Let's see where I can find to go next. Catch you soon, metalheads.